The BJP and the RSS have captured every single institution of our country. We are now fighting the BJP, the RSS, and the Indian state itself.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Mohabbat to mutiny, it's the great Indian Congress Toro Yatra. In fact, here, every step is defined by bloopers. The path is riddled with betrayal and confusion, and the way forward is muddled with confessions of corruption and confusion. It all started when the great minds of the Congress party gathered in the land of Mahatma Gandhi and Sardar Patel. Mallikarjun Kharge, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi were present along with 158 leaders from the Congress across the nation. Their aim was to give a new direction of thought and action to the party. But what transpired was a new resolution with no real mission or vision. Earlier, Rahul Gandhi had declared war on the Indian state, of which ironically he himself is a part of. But today his party leader, Srinivas BV, gave another shocker that after Mahatma Gandhi fought East India Company, Rahul Gandhi will fight the West India. In fact, the Congress's fight not really for Bharat, but against a part of Bharat. That's the question many are asking. But it's not just this call for mutiny. The Congress Manthan also witnessed a mutiny against the Gandhis at the look of it. After 90 straight poll losses, the party is now showing the mirror to the Parivar. RaGa's pointed out that despite Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra, Congress failed. Another Congress leader, Ashok Mishra, blamed Rahul Gandhi and Kharge for trusting Mir Jafars within the party. What perhaps takes the cake is Chief Minister Siddaramaia's advisor tagging Karnataka as the #1 corrupt state. Will you call this Congress's introspection on or admission of self-annihilation? Let's show you how Rahul Gandhi's mission to revive the Congress has spectacularly mislaunched once again.
महात्मा गांधी जी ने ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी के खिलाफ लड़ाई लड़ा। आदरणीय हमारा नेता राहुल गांधी जी ने वेस्ट इंडिया के खिलाफ लड़ाई लड़ रहा है।
राहुल जी ने पूरे देश में कन्याकुमारी से लेकर कश्मीर तक पदयात्रा किया। उनके साथ में बहुत बड़ा एक आवाम चल रहे थे और कहाँ आके हम फेल हो जाते हैं। हमारे नेता दिन रात 24 घंटे काम करते हैं। कौन इनको फेल करना चाहता है? हमारे को पहले अपने अंदर झांकने की जरूरत है।
लेकिन राहुल जी, मैं आपसे कहने आया हूँ, खड़गे जी, मैं आपसे कहने आया हूँ, आप भाजपा के लोगों को हटाना चाहते हैं कांग्रेस से। कांग्रेस के अंदर जो भाजपा के लोग हैं उन्हें हटाना चाहते हैं। मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ कि कोई अगर शहर अध्यक्ष जिसका एक लड़का सपा में हो और जिसका एक लड़का भाजपा में हो, क्या वो शहर अध्यक्ष होने लायक है?
ಈ ತರದ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರಗಳು ಆಗಬಾರದು, ತಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ರಮ ಕೈಗೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದು ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ, ಈ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಮುಂದುವರೆದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ತಪ್ಪೇನಿದೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ? ಮರ್ದ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪತ್ರಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ #1 ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ರಾಯರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಎಸ್, ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಈ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರಪ್ಷನ್ನು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿ ಹಾಳಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಜನರಲ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ.
But the Congress top brass, instead of hitting the reset and introspection button, played the same record of dar, dhamki and appeasement. Yesterday, on the News Hour, I told you how Rahul Gandhi did a cut copy paste of Akhilesh Yadav's PDA mantra. Today, they were back to blaming Modi. From EVMs to Waqf, from ED CBI to every other institution in the country. Gem #1 of the Gandhi Parivar, who was conspicuously absent, was Priyanka Gandhi. She wasn't present in Parliament when they fought a pitched battle against the Waqf bill, even though the party had issued a whip, and she wasn't there today to introspect or chart new direction. But for the Congress, the Parivar was above rebuke. Some even raised chants of Sonia Gandhi, Hindustan, Rahul Gandhi, Hindustan. Watch how the top brass continued to fearmonger over Modi's niyat and niti.
चुनाव में घोटाला हो रहा है। इलेक्ट्रॉनिक टेक्नोलॉजी के एडवांसमेंट के साथ पूरी दुनिया के विकसित देश ईवीएम को छोड़कर बैलेट पेपर की तरफ चल गए हैं। कहीं भी दुनिया में ईवीएम्स नहीं है।
वक्फ बिल फ्रीडम ऑफ रिलीजन पर आक्रमण है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पर आक्रमण है। ऑर्गेनाइजर में लिखते हैं कि अब जो क्रिश्चियन कम्युनिटी है उनकी जमीन पर हम आक्रमण करने जा रहे हैं, और उसके बाद जो हमारे सिख भाई हैं आपके पास भी आएंगे। तो आप ये मत सोचिए कि ये आप पर आक्रमण नहीं है। जिस पार्टी के पास विचारधारा नहीं है, क्लैरिटी नहीं है, वो बीजेपी आरएसएस के सामने नहीं खड़ी हो सकती।
So the big question tonight is, has the Congress party got into a self-revival mode or self-destruction mode? Sample this. As per the ADR report, 35% of Congress MPs and MLAs defected between 2014 to 2021, which means 399 leaders jumped ship in only 7 years. After the 2017 exodus from Goa, Rahul Gandhi personally administered an oath of loyalty to its MLAs. And yet, after this, elected 8 members of Legislative Assembly defected. And in Gujarat, Congress suffered such an exodus that Rahul Gandhi himself admitted that half of Gujarat Congress is working for the BJP. So can Rahul Gandhi's new resolution with an old vision help Congress fight Prime Minister Modi? Ladies and gentlemen, the Motorola legitimate question we're asking on the news hour tonight is just this. Is Congress's X-ray, no vision and no mission actually okay for revival of the Congress? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Dr. Ajay Alok, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Professor Jyotsna Tirunagri, National Spokesperson of the TDP, Tushar Gupta, Political Analyst. Also joining the debate tonight, Vivek Srivastav, Political Analyst, supports the left parties, Dr. Suman Siraman, Political Analyst. But my first question goes to Congress supporter Tehseen Poonawalla. Tehseen Poonawalla, I want to ask you, what is this new path, the new justice path that has been charted by Mr. Rahul Gandhi? Where did he fight for justice if he was ideologically looking at protecting Muslims? Where did he fight that battle in Parliament? Speaking about Waqf not in Parliament but in Gujarat, is that the way he fights a battle? Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, not present then in Parliament, not present today at the CWC. Is there a problem? I'm just asking, not suggesting anything. But on the biggest day, when there is a whip, and she was in India, she did not come to Parliament to vote against the bill. Today, the Congress party has explained that she's not even in the country. I want to ask you, where is the new vision? Where is the new path? Because the only announcement that really came was how all institutions, EVM, CB, ED, CBI, ED, Election Commission, everything is bad. This has been heard by this janta and public of this country several times over. And the rest really was the copy-paste of the PDA model of Akhilesh Yadav.
Thank you, Navika ji, for having me on the show. Let me begin with addressing your first question. Where was Priyanka ji? Where was the Honorable Prime Minister during the voting? There was a whip for the BJP as well, right? Why did somebody not speak? Why did the Honorable Prime Minister not speak? The gentleman who got in the bill? There we'll always find faults. Let me put this on record before I go further to Srimati Priyanka Gandhi Vadra right now. As the Congress informed you is abroad, it was a familial commitment. I don't want to get into details, which I'm very well aware of, but this was pre-decided a few months ago, and therefore the appropriate permissions in written were taken from the party leadership. Let me come to the actual substantive issue at hand. The actual issue is, what was the Congress CWC meeting about? Well, the Congress CWC meeting set the tone for the Congress's ideology, because the Congress and Rahul Gandhi firmly believes that the battle with the BJP is an ideological battle where we will have to give different models to the nation. For example, they are giving an economic model. Now, you may agree or disagree with that. That is a choice your viewers and the voters can have. But at least the Congress today is setting an agenda. For example, reservation in the private sector. Now, most people will disagree with that who watch Times Now. Somebody like me who's a Congress supporter but a capitalist will also not be very comfortable with that. But the Congress is setting an economic agenda. Now, it's for the BJP to respond. Can the BJP say they will not do the caste census? Can they say that they will not do reservation in private sector? Please put the ball in their court. There are many things that they've raised. They've raised questions on the fairness of the CBI, or the ED, on justice. So these are questions that they're raising. It is for the opposition to raise. The CWC resolution is very, very concrete. In fact, if you heard Gaurav Goga yesterday, and I did WhatsApp and congratulate him, he spoke about the tariff issues. He spoke about how India has challenges before them. These are issues the opposition party maturely and rightfully is raising. It is fine that we are being critical of the Congress, but I think that they're doing their job. And I would like to congratulate Rahul Gandhi-led Congress for setting up the agenda today at the CWC in Gujarat. One more thing. I'm very proud of Rahul Gandhi and the Congress that they have once again not allowed the BJP to hijack Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel ji, a staunch Congress leader, the leader who proposed Prime Minister Nehru's name as Prime Minister, and the leader who was absolutely resolute on banning the RSS and was very uncomfortable with the ban on the RSS being lifted when Rajendra Prasad ji, the first president of India, wrote to him about it. And we know that correspondence. So very glad that the Congress has reclaimed Vallabhbhai Patel, which the BJP tried to hijack.
Congratulations to you for remembering Sardar Patel, even though it is albeit late for you, because now Sardar Patel is your icon. Maybe the Statue of Unity could have got a visit, but that's that apart. Let me come to Ajay Alok. Ajay Alok, you think this agenda, this ideology that has been set is so great that it's now going to literally propel the Congress party into space? Please respond to the statements made by Tehseen Poonawalla, and also why is everybody there talking about a fight with West India? Earlier there was a fight with South India. They wanted a separate country. Now there is a fight with West of India. And then Sonia Gandhi, Hindustan, Rahul Gandhi, Hindustan. What is this?
No, there was also a fight from the Indian nation by none other than great Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Well, Navika ji, if you see this analytically, I think it's a blessing in disguise for us. There is a saying in the Hindi, rather Urdu. I think Congress will like Urdu more. Is ghar ko aag lagi ghar ke chirag se. Started way back from 1986. Started way back from 86, 87. From Shahbano case, Congress declined, BJP going up. घर को आग लगी घर के चिराग से. When the घर का चिराग was not there for some time, Sonia Gandhi did manage to do something for the Congress. Again, when the घर का चिराग came up from 2004, it's again BJP going up, Congress going down. So keep up. And Congress has no capacity to put the ball in our court. We effectively took power in our court. And that's why the country is going further. Now, there are three basic different things, Tehseen bhai. What you realize is the Prime Minister also didn't vote. Prime Minister was on an official visit for improving ties of the country. He was doing a country's job. Priyanka Gandhi was on a personal family visit. I also don't want to dwell on it. But Rahul Gandhi is sitting in the parliament, not voting, not speaking, maybe voting, but not speaking a minute for that. And later on raising hue and cry that I am not allowed to speak. Whose call he got? That is the question. Because in Kerala, all the Christian community supported the bill that yes, this bill must come. And Rahul Gandhi's Christian antecedents is not hidden. So there might be some call which might have prompted him not to speak in the parliament. Come on, you should be also you're very audacious and you speak truth quite convincingly. You should admit it. Anyway, again, this is a personal problem. I'm not going to dwell into it. Congress has no business and they cannot set up an agenda. A person, a leader of opposition who doesn't know when the constitution was enforced, when the constitution was adopted. He said it in Patna, day before yesterday. Hamara Samvidhan 1947 mein aaya. That was a knowledge to me. Our constitution is 1000 years old. Hamara Samvidhan 1000 saal purana hai. That was a knowledge to me, and it must be knowledge to you. The one who doesn't know that it was adopted in 1949, the one who doesn't know it was enacted from 1950, he happens to be a leader of opposition. This doesn't show anything. This just shows the kind of going down grey matter level. What kind of a leader of opposition we used to have, right from Madhu Lime, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, all those big stalwarts where nation used to listen what they are saying. And the ruling government, including Nehruji, used to clap. But look at the leader of opposition. I am not Rahul Gandhi. आप जो राहुल गांधी खोजो मैं हूं नहीं, मर गया राहुल गांधी, ढूंढ लो राहुल गांधी. I mean, absurd statements. He makes statements about orthopedic surgeon in Patna. You are an orthopedic surgeon, you are a trained orthopedic surgeon, but you're not an orthopedic surgeon. Because the system won't allow you to become orthopedic surgeon. What nuts? I mean, do you think your community, like medicine community, who's supposed to be a literate community, they are going to take up these statements? This is buffoonery, nothing else. Talk some sense. Install some confidence.
But Ajay,
the whole Delhi election went away and he was campaigning in Madhya Pradesh. I mean, absolute. This is good. You keep on going on with Rahul Gandhi. This is good. But the whole thing is that he is setting negative narration for the country. He's trying to divide the country on caste basis. He's trying to fight the Indian nation. His Karyakarta, somebody says, let South India get divided from the rest of India. Today, his Youth Congress President, ex-Youth Congress President said, Rahul Gandhi fighting West India.
Well,
that is the
Clearly, there are contradictions. And Suman Siraman, I want to ask you the contradictions. Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party resolved that they will go back to the path of Sardar Patel. Sardar Patel stood for unity, but Rahul Gandhi is pushing caste census, something that Sardar Patel stood against. Rahul Gandhi is talking about Bharat Jodo Yatra. His own party leader, literally contradicted him, saying that despite Bharat Jodo, we lost elections. The question today is, where is the new direction, number one? And number two, where is the new vision, which will actually put the Congress party on a path to recovery? Because they may have improved from 52 to 99 seats between 2019 and 24, but then lost 3 elections, Maharashtra, Haryana, as well as Delhi. Is that not a burden that the Congress party is carrying?
Okay, Navika, there are just 2-3 points. First of all, I think we are sort of scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of debating topics, that we are back to discussing Rahul Gandhi as usual, despite the fact that there are many critical issues that the country faces today. Isn't he the leader of opposition?
Isn't Congress the largest party in opposition?
No, he may be the leader of the opposition. We have debated and asked more questions of Rahul Gandhi than we have asked of the Prime Minister of this country. The whole country, anybody who is watching this also knows that. Now, let us come to the issues at hand here. The Congress party holds its CWC. They then have a series of issues which they put forward to the nation. I, for instance, agree with Tehseen. I disagree with a lot of the issues that the Congress has put. Reservation in the private sector and all that is completely a backward step, but that's a different point. Now, I heard you say that how can he ask for a caste census? Now, Mr. Nitish Kumar, who is today an ally of you-know-who, actually did have a caste census carried out. So now, what are we trying to say? Just trying to say there is reservation in this country, which communities have benefited, which communities have been left behind. And getting to know that is a crime, or suggesting a divisive agenda for the country? In fact, I'm not sure whether you're aware, Navika, but when reservation was envisaged in the constitution by Baba Saheb Ambedkar, it was intended to be for a very limited time frame. and it was intended to be measured. Right now, there is no measurement. So therefore, asking for a caste census is not a retrograde or regressive step. It is a logical step which would have been done several decades ago. It should have been done every decade.
Demanding a separate nation for the South, now fighting against the West. Is this also logical? Is this also logical? And shouldn't this be questioned?
No. Let us be very clear. These are rhetorical statements which are made. Let me ask you a simple question. The South today contributes a significant proportion of the country's GDP and stares at losing political representation should delimitation happen next year. So there is a real threat. It is not something imaginary that somebody is cooking up.
So you will demand a separate nation, not even wait for the delimitation proposal to come on the table, not even fight a battle for the rights that so-called political parties represent for south of India. They'll want a separate nation. Are you justifying that? And is this just a rhetorical statement? I want to ask you, Professor Jyotsna, if anybody in the NDA alliance had said that there is a fight against west of India or a fight against the south of India, would it have been treated as just a rhetorical statement which should not be given any attention?
Navika ji, I think I don't know. I don't want to quote it that way, but I pity. I pity people who call it, who want to call it anything between north and south, west and south, or west and east, or whatnot. Navika ji, I'll stick to the topic of discussion, Navika ji. One thing, Congress spoke about pseudo-nationalism, Congress spoke about many things today. They spoke about reservations in private and all that stuff. Now, coming to couple of things, nationalism. I'm really surprised when they call it pseudo-nationalism, because NDA nationalism is action-based, purely action-based, not slogan-based, Navika ji. And I think you get when I say slogan-based, where it all comes from. Now, they spoke about, Congress has been in power for so many decades, I would say, but never they thought of probably these reservations, or never did they thought of EWS reservations. We had NDA made EWS reservations possible, 10% of them, not even touching the SC, ST, BC quotas. Navika ji, I think you very clearly know that. Now, Congress today talks about private sector reservation. I hope they also, I think they are in power in Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan and even Telangana. So probably any of these states, are they pitching in for private sector reservation? Or it's just a slogan again for them? Because they're used to these slogans, Navika ji. That's my point. When I said NDA's nationalism is action-based, not slogan-based, because we mean, when we talk about something, we actually try to implement it. We spoke about Jammu and Kashmir, we did it. We spoke about many other issues in the country, we did it. Today, we integrate the entire country. We speak about Ayushman Bharat, we speak about Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, everything equal to everyone. Ye kaum se hai ya fir ye religion se hai, it doesn't matter to us. For NDA, it's always people. Now, one last point I would like to reiterate, Navika ji. Congress can change resolutions. Very, I think beautifully they can change resolutions. But they should understand that India, Bharat has already changed the directions. आप resolutions change करते रहो, भारत ने अपना direction ही change कर लिया. People trust NDA for national unity. People trust NDA for development. People trust NDA for dignity. And I put it very clearly. I don't mince my words, Navika ji. And I think थोड़ा पहले आपने बोला था largest party in opposition की जो team है उसमें Congress largest party है. I just hope they would have crossed the 100 mark, Navika ji.
Well, I'm sure they're here to receive. Okay, Tehseen. Tehseen.
We deliver, Navika.
I want.
Navika ji, we deliver the only debate.
Promise.
We deliver with the only debate.
Okay.
Sorry.
NDA delivers, Congress just debates.
Sure. I would like the good professor, for whom I have a lot of respect,
Yes,
to
Tessie.
tell me 2 quotes that I'm going to make. And Navika ji, 3 quotes for viewers. After this, I will not speak. Quote number 1. Southern states like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka are driving India's growth. But the center under Narendra Modi is not giving us our due share. We pay taxes, we generate wealth. But when it comes to distribution, the North under Narendra Modi gets preference. This is unfair and discriminatory. You know whose wise words were this, ma'am? N. Chandra Babu Naidu ji, your leader. Ma'am, I'll take a second quote. Ma'am, I won't go further because your viewers should not get disturbed. The proposal to propose an constitutional amendment for GST is retrograde and completely against the tenets of
we get the drift.
federalism.
We get the drift. Jyotsna is responding.
Ma'am, no, I request you.
I'll answer
Just 1
that.
minute. I just request you 1 minute.
I'll answer.
Please, Professor, is against the tenets of fiscal federalism. The state of Gujarat will not accept the system that undermines its economic interests and penalizes my Gujarat for their productivity.
Okay.
This was Sri Narendra
All right,
Modi.
all right.
And today
Why
we
don't you
are telling Rahul
become a
Gandhi
news reader instead if you have to read so many lines, Tehseen? But Jyotsna ji, please respond.
Ma'am, will you give me a job at Times now?
Navika ji, I have highest regard for... One second. Sir, I have highest regard for you and I always think you do a lot of research before you come to any of the debates. But yet again, now, when you quote Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu speaking on certain issues, yes, we did differ with BJP, we did differ with NDA on certain issues. We came out, we didn't mince words, we told them where they were going wrong and what things were, supposed to be happening, how things should happen. And then we have changed the complete direction for Andhra Pradesh. If you remember, it's the same NDA government in the center, same Narendra Modi ji who has given the best to Andhra Pradesh in the past 10 months. You should also understand that. It's the same NDA government which has done I think the impossible possible for the state of Andhra Pradesh. You should also understand that. So today, southern states, it's not about southern states or northern states or eastern states or western states. It's about Bharat on a whole. We are thinking of Bharat on a whole. Even before being a Teluguite, being an Andhraite,
which is the thought that is missing in the Congress party, and that is the question. And Tehseen, I can give you several statements of the Congress against Akhilesh Yadav and then several statements of Akhilesh Yadav against Congress. I can also give you statements of Congress against the left parties and then vice versa. So, let's not go that road. Political parties across the spectrum have changed their stance depending on the need of the hour. But Suman Siraman, you wanted to make a point. Go ahead.
Navika ji.
Coming to you, Jyotsna ji.
Yeah, I wanted to make a point that was being distorted by you. Excuse me, I wanted to make a point that was being distorted by you. I said very clearly the South has a valid issue on delimitation. However, that is not a justification to talk in the manner that was spoken at the Congress event. Now, having said that, the TDP lady, I don't know. I'd like to ask her what her leader once called the Prime Minister. Does she remember what he called the Prime Minister? Nobody from the Congress has called the Prime Minister by using such derogatory terms. What are we talking about? Shall I read it out?
You can.
Is she okay with it?
Everybody remembers those statements have been made by the Congress party's chief minister of Telangana today. So you don't have to repeat those words. But similar words have been said in the past. But Jyotsna ji, the question tonight is the Congress party is worried about the rights of the South. Andhra Pradesh, as far as I know, is also a party, is also a state in the south of India. How come they are so worried and you are not worried about delimitation and etc., etc.?
Navika ji, as I rightly quoted earlier, they only debate. They keep debating. Nothing in action. They don't think of anything else. And again, because I think, I don't know the name of the gentleman who was, I think Dr. Suman.
Your leader
he spoke about my leader talking about the Prime Minister then.
Do you understand
yes,
that?
Yes, sir. Let me complete. Sir, let me complete.
What did he say? What did he
say? I have enough
Do you
understanding,
remember
sir.
what he said?
I think you should have the minimum courtesy and minimum dignity to let others speak.
Tell me
I think
that
you should
what
have
he
that,
said,
sir.
you repeat.
I'm sorry
Otherwise,
to
I will
quote
remind
that,
you.
but I think you should have that.
I will
sir.
remind you.
Sir, I think you should have the minimum
No,
courtesy.
I will remind you. If you don't mention
Minimum
it, I will
courtesy
mention
to
it.
let others
for you.
Sumansi
No,
Raman,
I
stop
think- I
heckling.
think you
She's
should have-
responding
you should
to
have.
your
I
question.
think you should have. You should have.
Yes, Jyotsna ji.
See, this is what they do, Navika ji. Even when Tehseen Poonawalla also spoke, I just said one thing. Yes, we did differ with NDA on some specific issues. We did differ. We came out. We are not like Congress or other parties who are just lingering for power sitting out there. We had power in our hands. We were a part of the central cabinet then, but still we came out for the state. That's our commitment for our state. That's our commitment for the country. And now, when things have, we could change the things and we could come back to the NDA, we have come back and we have in fact spoke about the leadership. We have in fact spoke about the vision for Bharat and vision for Andhra Pradesh.
Well, the point-
we have a long way to go.
The point here is, Vivek Srivastava, talking about people against each other, everybody has spoken against each other. Pinari Vijayan fighting against the Congress party in the, forthcoming Kerala elections. These are all taken as a matter of routine. But questions are being asked of NDA alliance. But today, my question is not that. My question is breaking up of India the only solution to address the problems or the deficiencies in the policies of the government? Will you say our fight is against the West, our fight is against the South, we want a separate country in the South? Isn't that the, central point of what happened in this Bharat Jodo party?
You have misunderstood what B.V. Srinivas tried to say.
Oh.
He said, West India, he should have said West India Company. He was talking about West India Company. What
Which is the West India Company?
West India Company is the Adani and Associates.
I thought it's a
Mr.
national
Ambani
company.
and Associates.
No,
And
I
there is
thought it's
whole
a national
lobby of Gujarati
company.
businessmen. There is a whole lobby of Gujarati businessmen. No, listen to me now. There is a whole lobby of Gujarati businessmen. This whole confederation called the West India Company. It protects Modi. It funds Modi. It creates havoc for Modi. It is taking contracts across the nation. Be it Varanasi or Ayodhya, the major cause why they lost in Ayodhya was because contracts, lands, everything is given to these selective people. That is what he was talking about. The brute money power of these businessmen who are trying to create anarchy in this particular nation. And that is why I totally
Ajay Alok, please respond.
Please do not try to...
Ajay Alok, please respond to Vivek Srivastava.
First of all, Vivek Srivastava will never respond about his Kerala Chief Minister because he no more considers himself as a part of communists anymore. He rather considers himself as a part of urban Naxal, so he'll keep on advocating Rahul Gandhi. Somebody clearly saying, I am fighting the Indian nation. Any explanation for that? That was spoken by Mr. Rahul Gandhi himself. And West India, you compare it to the group of business conglomerate.
Yes,
that's
I
your
endorse
thinking,
it.
wishful thinking. I'd like to ask one question, Navika, very clearly. Yeah. Why have you heard anything about delimitation from Congress party? Have you heard anything about delimitation from Congress party today? Have you heard Congress talking of delimitation in Himachal Pradesh? No. Have you heard Mamata Banerjee talking of delimitation in West Bengal? No. The same thing applies to Hemant Soren? No. Why only Stalin is making hue and cry in Tamil Nadu over delimitation? And is the delimitation commission is there in place? Has it been presented in the parliament? No. Is there any discussion in the parliament? No. It's simple cover to the corruption of Mr. Stalin which is just facing him. And to just create an election issue, he's raising this hue and cry of delimitation, in behalf of which our Home Minister has clearly said in the floor of the House that it will be done on the pro rata basis and none of the state's interests will be harmed. But then also to hide his corruption, they want to talk of delimitation. Now there is second term of caste census. Nitish Kumar implemented it. He did a caste survey. Congress was a part of it. He did a caste survey. Based on that, 94 lakh families were given 2 lakh rupees of assistance. The process is going on. Why Rahul Gandhi calls that caste survey farji? And if that is Farji, what is happening in Karnataka? Caste survey is done, why they are not publishing it? Bhupel Baghel already did a caste survey in Chhattisgarh, why they are not publishing it?
We asked this question. We asked this questions of our viewers tonight.
Everything in his hand. No. If Telangana, everything. One line.
Yes.
If in Telangana he has now everything in his hand because he exactly knows what is the chemistry, and he knows that 90% in Telangana are OBC, Dalit, and Ati Pichras. What is Mr. Revanta Reddy doing as Chief Minister? Where is OBC Haq? Where is SC Haq? Why in all the 3 Congress ruled states, none of them are OBC Chief Minister? No SC Chief Minister? Like everyone was saying, it's only speaking, not doing anything. Not taking any action.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. We asked a question on social media, and the survey results right here on the show. Can new resolution with old vision help the Congress fight Modi? 16% people say yes, 79% say no, 5% can't say anything. But Tushar Gupta, tonight people are asking these questions. Rajkumar Gupta says, which path of Nyay can we expect from those fighting the Indian state itself? Vijay Bahadur Singh says, can Congress move forward just by putting forward an imagination in a document? Naresh Shukla says, how can fighting West India be a part of Bharat Jodo? What would you respond to these questions coming from our viewers tonight?
Good evening, Navika. And I like a couple of minutes. I heard everyone very, very patiently. Point number 1, let Rahul Gandhi talk. People don't realize this on both sides of the political spectrum, even on the side of the BJP. The more Rahul Gandhi talks, the more he conveys his idea to the public, the more the core voter of the BJP and the fence-sitters gravitate towards the Prime Minister. It's that simple. Rahul Gandhi needs to communicate his ridiculous ideas about wealth redistribution, private sector reservation to the public at large. Number 2, can Rahul Gandhi tomorrow liquidate his entire stock portfolio and distribute the money amongst the poorest Congress workers? Can he walk the talk? Can he imply private sector reservations in Karnataka, starting with Bengaluru, and see how the private sector walks away from Bengaluru and Hyderabad towards other parts of India? Can he do that? No, because his political capital is as imaginary as his political victories, an absolute zero. Rahul Gandhi today stands there and says 90% people are this, 10% people are this. Rahul Gandhi doesn't like talking merit, because if his party were to choose a leader on merit, Rahul Gandhi wouldn't even be in the top 1,000 contenders. The problem is the silver spoon science sees the world as he likes it to be, not how the world really is. Even after losing 3 consecutive Lok Sabha elections, losing a number of elections after June 2024, he's unable to read the room. So yes, you cannot expect him to deliver Nyay. He doesn't understand how institutions work.
Well,
Navika, I'll tell you, Tehseen talks about his economic agenda.
Tushar Gupta, and that's the principle I believe in, because every night has a morning, and the morning may be long in coming by, but will it come for the Congress party? The fact is, the chance of Rahul Gandhi Hindustan, Sonia Gandhi Hindustan, these voices in the 2-day CWC meeting only serve to expose somewhere the hollowness of the Congress party's thought process. While the resolution paid a tribute to Sardar Patel, this chant is the surest sign that Indra is India mindset still prevails. The party has put the Gandhis on such a pedestal that others have not only been sidelined but consigned to oblivion. Take the example of Sankaran Nair, who took the battle to the British Raj after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, but this former Congress president was never ever honoured by his own party. Amidst the sycophancy for the Gandhis, the Congress may have adopted a new resolution, but there's still no roadmap for execution as far as we can see. How will it revive itself? Well, it has its task cut out. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all the panelists for joining me on debate number 1.